Hi everyone. This is my September to October sales. Um, I put them together because I really didn't make very much money in September at all. So yeah, I sold like 4 things in September. Sold a lot more in October, but sales are getting better. I don't know why. I was listing in September. I don't know why. They were just so dead. There was those hurricanes, and I was kind of blaming that for a while, but then, like, they never quite picked up for me. October was kind of a busy month, so I was listing less. I'm trying to get as much up as I can because it's fourth quarter and it's beginning of November. So I've already had a few sales in November and it's only the 4th. So I'm trying to get everything I can up there. I'm trying to get my video games, everything. So without further ado, I will go into what I have, what I've sold. I'll tell you when I get to the October sales. Anyway, this was something I picked up at a garage sale. I asked if I could get it for $1. This is like a dud, totally a dud, as you can see, $9. Thank God I didn't put free shipping on it. It was heavy. It didn't really even have, I had a hard time filling out the title because there was just not a lot of information on it. There was no real, like, brand. I thought about, like, keeping it at one point. I thought it might be an interesting game, but it just sat and sat and sat. And then I just kept lowering the price. Finally, they probably didn't want to pay shipping, is what it was, but shipping was just so expensive on this game. But anyway, sold it for $9, and I paid $2. So yeah, I would not, especially if it's used, I would not pick this game up again. Next thing I got is the set of knives. I put them up high because I was seeing some high prices, and they took a couple months to sell, but they were good because they were easy to ship and they weren't that heavy. So $30 plus shipping, and they cost like, I'm just gonna say 50 cents because I bought it in like a huge lot of other junk that I probably paid like $8 for in a big old box, and like everything was just, they just wanted to get rid of stuff, so they just gave me a flat price for everything. This was a members jacket, the only members jacket I've actually found in the wild, and it was because I went to a sale. Why am I getting sale and sell mixed up this today? Anyway, so I went to a sale for a, I don't know if they're like they're a costume designer, and they have all these costumes, I guess, and all these clothes, and a lot of it was really cool. A lot of it was just regular stuff, but if you look through it, it was cool. It was a little bit more pricey, like the jackets were really pricey. T-shirts were nothing, but yeah, so I didn't get a lot there, but found this blue members jacket. It was in pretty good condition. Um, and I want to say I bought it for $3 to $4. I'm gonna say 3. I don't think it was that much. And sold it for 35 plus the shipping to someone in Florida. So I imagine in September, someone buying it in Florida is using it as a costume. And this was vintage. Only problem with there was some initials going on there. But yeah, pretty cool. Etsy's doing pretty well for me. Even though I don't have that many listings up right now, I have 13, but I'm having a hard time between eBay and Etsy right now. I'm having a hard time keeping listings up because things are actually selling. So this was my second sale on Etsy, and it sold for 13 with free shipping. I love Pokemon Snap. I personally actually love the game. I think it's a lot of fun, even though it's so short. Unfortunately, I don't know why, and it's a classic game, it just doesn't sell for very much. I guess it's because it's such a short game. I don't know. But yeah, so 13 with shipping. Oh, and I picked it up. I want to say I picked up a whole big lot of games that I didn't do that well. Paid like 200 for the whole thing, and I'm really just honest. I might get my money back. Is what I'm not really gaining that much here, so I'm just gonna say $5. So at least the fees on Etsy are only like 3% or something like that. 2.5. I can't remember. Maybe it's 3.5. This is October sales from here on out. I went to a bar around here and they had some free stickers, and I picked up a stack of these new Belgium Brewing, and they went to I can't remember oh, it's in Colorado. It's in kind of near Fort Collins. And in that area, they have like this huge bicycle deal thing where it's kind of like a parade. Everyone dresses up and they ride their bicycles. It's a big like outdoor thing. I don't know if it was for that, but New Belgium beer is bigger in Colorado than here. Like we went to a thrift store last year in Greeley, Colorado, and my friend found like a Patagonia New Belgium Brewing shirt that if I would have found it, I would have totally gotten it. But he knew that brand, and I didn't, and I was just I didn't sell clothes at the time, so I'm kind of jealous now. But anyway, yeah, it sold to the right place. So I didn't pay anything for these. Shipping was around a little less than $3, so I made about $4 on these. This is kind of cool. It took a lot longer than I thought to sell. I found it at a garage sale. It was only $1. It wasn't by Apple. It was like by Gemline, but it had the Apple logo on it, so or printed onto it, and it was like it wasn't a very big bag. I had the measurements somewhere, but it wouldn't have fit like maybe my laptop. My laptop's kind of bigger. But for a tablet or a small laptop, it would have totally fit. And took, like I said, I found this in the spring, just sold in October, 35 plus the shipping to someone in New York. My dad found this. He has he works at a pawn shop, and he found this Game of Thrones set, the third series of third season, and so it cost nothing to me. He gave it to me, and it went with free shipping. It didn't, it wasn't like a huge sale or anything, but it got bought within like a week. So if you have these, just make sure all the discs are there and in decent condition. I didn't even test this. I just looked at the discs, and I haven't gotten any complaints. So I probably got $10 on this. This, I would never pick this up again. It was like it was not good quality. I picked it up without really looking for listings. I just bought it from Goodwill because I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks cool. And this picture is not the best either. I should have put it on my little mannequin head that I haven't used yet. But it was just like a really I had to like box it, and I put free shipping on it. I don't know why. Maybe I should have put like a flat $2 to make up for some of the shipping. I don't know. But so $10, and I paid like $2 on it. So kind of a total loss here. I might have made a couple bucks. Oh well, you learn from doing that kind of stuff sometimes. This is a cassette from a movie called Hardware. And it kind of had some industrial bands. It had a lot of fading on it. It had like classical, like as you can see, Luciano Pavarotti, and stuff like Ministry and Public Image Limited, which I like those bands. But it was 60 cents at a Goodwill, and it was kind of a rare tape to find. There was a lot of watchers on this for like months and months, and I pretty much always had this for like $12 with free shipping. and I did not understand why no one would buy it. I'm like, come on, people. It's so cheap. But finally it went. So 60 cents into like $9 here. I really thought this would sell well. It's a vintage Lego set from the 60s. Sadly, it didn't have all the Legos. It was missing. It had most of them, but it was missing like 12, I think. And I had it up for 40. Then I was like, I kept dropping the price. I was gonna put it on Etsy, but it got bought before I could do that. And so $5 at a garage sale into $20. Still made a little bit of money, but it wasn't like the home run I was thinking. This was cool. I had a lot of watchers on it. It was like, sorry, I keep looking at the time. Yeah, Tommy Bahama, they were placemats, and it was just 2 of them, but they were like kind of thick, and I put Tiki in there in the listing and everything. I messed up on the shipping though. I did put free shipping, but I thought it would fit in the flat rate, and with the bubble wrap it did not. And so someone in California bought it, of course, like the furthest people away, and so it got sent for $11. But I still made plenty of money on it. I'm not like unhappy, but I just wish like I could have maybe gotten 30 on it, but I got like 26. Maybe more like 24 with fees and all that. But anyway, yeah, no, if you see these, especially like if they're this was the only one on eBay, by the way, especially sealed. So if you see these, pick it up if it's cheap. This went to a Canadian buyer. She asked me if I could do better on the shipping, so I took it out of global like if they're from Canada, I will take it out of global shipping. I don't mind sending there. Certain countries, I'm okay with doing that. It was only I spent $4 at a Goodwill on this and another Beauty and the Beast doll. And I thought it would do really well on it because I put it up around the time that the movie came out. But, I don't know, I had watchers on it, but no big interest. The box was in kind of bad shape. But I told the Canadian buyer, I said I would put it in a poly shipper if she wanted. And I could do that, but the box might be kind of beat up. And she said, oh, that's fine. It's going to my daughter who has Down syndrome. And so she wasn't asking for me to bring down the price or giving me a sob story, but she was just saying, like, she's not a collector and that her daughter just wants to play with it. So I thought that was really nice. And so it's 15 plus, I think she still paid like $20 in shipping or something like that. Sent it in the poly mailer with a couple like cardboard things on the side of it to kind of keep it up and some bubble wrap. It still went under a pound, so that was awesome. I'm really glad to get rid of it. I have one more. Hopefully someone buys that one soon for Christmas. This is the last thing on eBay. Hawkwind. They were like a prog band back in the day. I hadn't really heard of them. And I like to think I know a lot about music, but then like stuff like this kind of surprised me. My dad actually has a radio show that he plays prog music on, and he had heard of this band, and so had my fiance. He said the leader of Motorhead, Lemmy Kilmister, was in this band for a while and then got out of there because I don't know, problems within the band or whatever. So we played this DVD to test it and see what it was about, and this is apparently their 80s stuff, and the DVD was very hard to get through. So I'm glad somebody got to enjoy it. It took a few months to sell. I got it from Goodwill for like $2. And it went 20 plus the shipping. And this is an Etsy item. This would not sell for me on eBay. So this is just a reminder, if you have vintage stuff on eBay and you're having a hard time, or it's like a slow seller, throw it up on Etsy. Like, this sold within a week, and I had this up for like over a year on eBay. Someone did buy it before, but they realized the measurements were too small, and so I refunded them. It's not a problem. But yeah, this sold so quick on Etsy, and it was actually a vintage Hawaiian shirt from Hawaii, 100% cotton and all that, and I don't remember where they lived. I want to say California, but it sold for $13 plus the shipping. I was giving it away on eBay for $10 with free shipping. So I did way better on Etsy. Plus, fees are less on Etsy. This was the coolest shirt. I actually bought it at that same set clothing for, you know, the movie designing place. Oh, I can't think of what they're called now. Movie design, you know what I'm talking about. The same thing, the same sale I bought from, I bought the members only jacket from. And I bought this for myself. It was like scenes from New York in the 70s. It was made in USA, so I know it was vintage. And it had like the old taxis, and it had like the burlesque, burlesque pictures that were on like Times Square, in old Times Square, that is. It had a couple flaws, but nothing major. And I was so sad. It was just too big for me, and so I threw it up. No one really, I don't know, there was a couple watchers on eBay, threw it up on Etsy, and within like a couple months, it sold on Etsy for $30. I had it up for $50, but the person asked if I could sell it to him for $30. So I bought this for, I want to say, like a couple bucks at that clothing sale for the movies, and I don't know. I'm hoping they loved it, because I loved it so much. And last thing on Etsy, 6 books on tape from Disney. As you can see, a lot of major movies here. Not a lot of interest on eBay. Threw it up on Etsy, sold within a month for $40, and I paid a quarter for each of these. Sold them for $40 on Etsy, plus the shipping, to someone in Canada. So, awesome sale. They were beat up too. Like, they were well loved in the past, but, which I showed here, some pages were like torn, and but they were still good to have for a kid, or like a teacher to play in her class or whatever. Anyway, that's all I have. Hopefully I will make a video on time. I wish I could have made a better video for September, but the sales just dropped off for me really, really badly. But, alright, well, that's it, and, hope you enjoyed this. Hope your sales are going well, and have a great day. Bye.